This is hot. We good? And silence fell over the crowd. Wow. It was all happy. AC/DC would be really disappointed right now. Or happy. Be like, yeah, see what happens when we stop playing our music? How's everybody doing? It is the afternoon. I am Jensen's clone. He is sleeping upstairs right now. What? Do I want another mic?
A cold one.
A cold one.
Hello? Hello? Oh, where do you go there? That says a lot about you. Where do you go?
Lionel Richie.
Yeah. Is it
Do you go Adele or do you go Lionel Richie?
Lionel Richie. Pink Floyd.
Is it me I'm looking for? I know some of y'all out there going like, I've never heard that song. I just heard that song played by the man himself in person a few months ago. He's still got it. Okay, I got this.
Easier.
I got it. The hair has fallen, but the spirits are up. Can we just talk about the hair for a second? Because I'm not a fan. I miss the Dean hair. I just gotta say. There was an effort just to like look a little different than I have for the past 15 years. And then, you know, Soulja Boy happened, which I looked a lot different for that. And then had beard. Woo, we haven't talked about that. That was intense. Did I name it? No, I guess I should have. All I know is that it had more products than the rest of my body. Because you have to get the beard shampoo, and then you have to get the conditioner, and you gotta get the beard balm, and then there's the beard butter, and then there's the beard oil, and then, I mean, it was insane. And that was just like to keep it not looking crazy, and it was, but I didn't know. That was a new frontier for me, and this is something that's. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. It's up, it's down, it's floppy, it's.
I can make so many comments there.
It was so much easier when it was just short. What?
You look amazing.
Yeah, you look amazing. And you might need glasses, but that's another conversation. Okay, let's get some questions. How about over here? Hi.
Hi, James. I'm Sharon from London.
Hi.
Hi, I want to first of all congratulate you on your nomination for the Saturn Award.
So Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander on The Boys, he texted me. He was like, "Hey, congratulations on your Saturn Award." And I had like just heard maybe 20 minutes before he texted me that, and I was like, "Oh, thanks, man. That's great." He was nominated too. And so I felt like a total dick, because it wasn't until like the next day I was like, "By the way, my bad." And he laughed and he's like, "Yeah, whatever, asshole."
So my question is, if you could have a diabolical episode about Soulja Boy, what would it be about?
A diabolical episode about Soulja Boy?
Yes.
I'll tell you one thing. If I could do, if I had my wish about the story of Soulja Boy, it would be a story that was back in time. It would be like I would want to see like what he was like in his Homelander prime, which I guess would be like the 50s or 40s, 50s, 60s, like that era. I think that would be really interesting. It'd be it'd be the boys Mad Men combined. Which whoa. Yeah, so I think it would be in like what I would want to see is what that time period looked like for him.
Well, that's the time he had Pam do 2 orgasms as well.
Exactly. With Liberty. Ooh. Oh yeah, a lot to unpack there. A lot to unpack. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my question is, you're in quite a few shows right now, like Big Sky and The Boys. You considering directing one of those episodes or another episode of Walk?
Yeah, I love to direct. It is definitely a treat when I get to do that. But there's a lot of work in front of the camera that I'm doing right now, and that doesn't allow me to have the time. Directing takes a lot of time. It's not just the 6, 8, 10, 15 days that it takes to shoot an episode of whatever it is, because like The Boys is like one episode is like roughly 15 to 20 days. Supernatural was 8 days. I shot my Walker episode in 6.5 days. Big Sky is 9-10 days. So it just varies from project to project. I would actually love to direct a Big Sky. I don't think that's going to happen. That's not in the cards right now. There's also a little show that I'm hoping to direct in the new year called Winchesters. Oh, you've heard of it?
Never.
That's going really well, and I think that's probably on the list of directing things to do first. I'm hoping I get to do that. If we get picked up for our, they don't like to order whole seasons until a show is proven, and so we just got to get proven, and then hopefully I'll get to direct in the latter half of that season. So looking forward to that if that happens.
It will.
Thank you.
Hi. First of all, this is a request from an Argentinian friend, and he told me to say hi to El Caporal, which is the Spanish translation for soldier boy.
Wait, what is it?
El Caporal.
El Caporal.
Yeah.
It's like a corporal, but it's like the corporal.
I guess.
That's how it translates into English. I would think, right? Anybody, right? Does that make sense? El Caporal.
El Caporal. It's a good thing that I do not do like translations for TV.
Me neither.
Because I wouldn't have to do that. So in the past you said that, for example, Supernatural for you is like a long story. You don't actually see like season 1, 2, etc. So in that line of thought, for you, what's the most significant part or the most significant overall of Dean's character arc, like for the entire story from season 1 to season 15?
I think I'm not sure that you can pinpoint like a season or a specific story that would.
But like the progress, something that changed.
Right. Yeah. But I'm saying that what I'm about to tell you, I don't think is in a specific season or in a specific storyline. But the progress that I enjoyed the most was him becoming the man that he needed to be, and not the man that he thought his father wanted him to be. Obviously heavily influenced by his father, and that's a conversation we can unpack as well. But Dean was always, John's shortcomings aside, Dean idolized his father and looked up to his father, Even though it may have not have been the best parent-kid relationship on the planet, it was what he knew. And I even deal with that in my real life sometimes. People are like, oh my gosh, like how do your kids deal with you being away for so long? And or how does your wife deal with you being, you know, working so much and doing all this? And it's what we know. That's our normal. That is our normal. It's all they've ever known. It's all we've ever known. It's all that's ever existed within our family structure. And to say that that's wrong, or to say that that's not right, or to say that that doesn't fit inside what society says a family should be, I think is obtuse. And I think that that's... I think we all have our normal, and that is unique to us. And Dean's normal was having his dad leave him in a motel room with his younger brother, looking after him and saying, listen, I'm going to go kill some sons of bitches. I need you to look after your little brother. And he said, yes, sir. And he was a soldier from the get-go. And he grew up to be a soldier. But then I think, and this is the story that I loved about Dean, is that he went from being a soldier to a general.
My question would have been for you and Jared, but since you know each other so well, maybe you can take an educated...
Yeah, I can answer for him, no problem.
So after 15 seasons of Supernatural, which aspect of Sam and Dean's personality was hardest to act?
Was hardest to act?
Yes.
For Dean, I would... I don't know. I'm just going to go with my first impulse reaction. His insensitivity. I think Dean was very insensitive in a lot of situations. That's not something that I tend to be a little bit more sensitive, guys. That's not true. Screw you. See, that's my Dean coming out. It wasn't necessarily hard to act, but I would just say it was probably against grain to act. Does that make sense? Does that translate against grain? You know what that means? Just kind of, it was a little, you know, not so easy. And that's one. I'm sure there were many things. I mean, dealing with a father in the way that he dealt with, dealing with his mother, having that conversation with Mary when he really confronted her. That's not something that Jensen's ever had to deal with. So it was probably more situational than it was character aspects. For Jared, I'll try and speak on his behalf. And you know, he'd probably have a lot of things to say here. I would say probably dealing with an older brother that was shorter than him. Because I don't know if you know this, but Jared has an older brother, Jeff, and Jeff is taller than Jared. Believe it or not. Which makes him a giraffe. He is a doctor who is like 6'6" and walks in and he's like, all right, what seems to be the problem today? And you're like, nope, not you. You are not the problem, you handsome, tall son of a bitch, you. So yeah, Jared was probably had a hard time dealing with somebody who was, and like, that's the thing. Now, here's a little secret going on all these new sets. Guess who the tall guy is? They're all like, like, oh, I didn't expect you to be so tall. I'm like, no, you haven't met Sasquatch. Anyway, thank you for your question. Hi.
Hi. So you have a lot of projects going on currently. Is there any personal projects that you want to do? Because Misha, like, he filmed Road Food, and he always wanted to do kind of like a political kind of driven show where he goes around and talks to the people, even though, you know, food kind of brings people together. And then he made his poetry book, which was more for his own release to personalize things. Do you have any projects you would like that is specifically for you? Like anything that you want to accomplish? It doesn't have to be for work or anytime soon, but anything that you have in mind of that you always wanted to accomplish?
Yeah, I want to sit down.
Sleep.
But I imagine...
But I mean like really sit down. But here's the problem. I'll sit down for a minute and I'll be like, nope. I understand that. I understand Misha's response to that, and I think that's amazing. And I've had time to like kind of internalize and think about like what it is I'm doing, because I have been spending a lot of time on the move and doing a lot of different projects, and my time is spent spread out quite a bit. And I do have these moments of reflection of going, I wish I didn't have to do this, or I wish I had more time to do this, or I wish I could compartmentalize A, B, and C, and I don't do that. I often sit back and go, man, I really love this. I really enjoy doing what I do. I wish I could clone myself and be in multiple places at multiple times. Obviously, that's not the case. So I just have to really be smart as to where I put my energy, where I spend my time, and I have to make sure that it fulfills my obligations, and that it supports my family, and that it fulfills me. So no, there's nothing on the horizon that I'm like, man, if I could just get to do a road show, or if I could just get to do, a sailing trip, or if I could just get. No, I'm looking at right here, right now, what's in front of me. I'm more of a like roll with the punches, take it day by day kind of person, which is why I said earlier, I was like, I wake up and I'm like, where do I need to be? What am I doing? And how do I do it? But here's the thing, if I'm not enjoying it, then I start to steer away from that. So what I've steered into is clearly stuff like this, clearly work, and I mean, look, I FaceTime with my kids constantly. Like I'm constantly either in their face or I'm with them. I got to spend a lot of good time with them over COVID. That was it was obviously a curse for society, but it was a blessing for me emotionally. And now I was like, okay, we got that reprieve, we got that little like respite of time to spend with each other. Now Daddy's got to go to work, because that's for me. And much like Dean, I am a soldier and a general who needs to be working. I keep my head down and I work, and that fulfills me. It truly does. It really does. I love it. There was a COVID nurse who mentioned something to me earlier. Was that, hey, you're right there in line. Yeah, and she said that like you, I kept my head down and I just kept working, no matter how hard it was. And that meant something to me that you said that, because I feel like if if anything, like that's the hardest thing to do, is to not look up and be distracted, or look up and be like, well, what about me? Or, well, give me accolades, or pat me on the back. I want an award. I want recognition. And sure, that's needed as a human, but I don't know. I'm somebody who's just like, nope, head down, keep driving, keep going, keep moving forward, because this, I love it. I just love it. I love the day to day, the hour to hour. It just fuels me. So hi.
Hi, I'm Camille. I'm from France, and I almost didn't come here because my dog ate on my passport. So I wanted to know, this is my question, do you have any funny stories that you experienced during your travels?
Oh, tons. I've never had a dog eat a passport.
Yes.
Yet. Yeah. Your dog ate your passport.
He's just a baby for now, so everything...
So he just chewed it up.
Yeah, but no, like ate it, like...
So like,
really.
oh, I haven't eaten in days. This looks appetizing. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a story that just happened on the way here.
Perfect.
It's a little scary, and I'm a little concerned. I wish I knew what the outcome was, but I don't. So, I'm in New Mexico, shooting last night, 2 nights ago. I don't know what day it is. I was shooting before my flight. I got home at 2 o'clock. I hadn't packed anything. Daniela clearly was like, you packed nothing. Clearly I didn't. And I got to bed about 3 o'clock. I woke up a few hours later, and I was gonna take the car. I had messed up. Somebody messed up with the car service or whatever. So anyway, I hopped in my car and I drove to the airport in New Mexico. As I'm cruising down the highway, this is at like 9 in the morning. So on a Friday morning, so the highways are pretty busy. I mean, like people going to work, people driving. Like it's daytime. I'm cruising down the highway. Here comes a car in the wrong direction, in my lane. And I'm cruising at 75 miles an hour. I don't know what that relates to kilometers wise, but you can imagine. I'm on the highway, going fast. 4-lane highway, and here comes this car coming right at me, and I'm like, what? Is this happening? So luckily I was able to like quickly change lanes, and as I get closer I just lay on the horn, and I'm like, and it's just an old man like this, just gripping the steering wheel, like just driving down the freeway in the wrong direction. And at that point I was like, what do I do? And so I called 911, and I was like, some guys driving in a direction on the driving northbound on the southbound lane on 25, and they're like, we know, we've got plenty of calls. I'm like, okay, but like instinctually, I was like, I wanted to like do a full like 180 and like go chase them down and like jump out of the window and like grab the wheel and start doing it. Like in my mind, I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm Tom Cruise. What are we talking about here? And then I realized, oh no, that's the movies. And then I just continued on to the airport. But in my mind, I was like, well, what happened? Oh my God, what happened? Was somebody looking at their cell phone and didn't look up to see a car coming right at them? So I don't know. I checked the news. I haven't seen anything. Hopefully he made it safe. But that was just this morning.
Yesterday.
Yesterday morning. All right, semantics. Okay. I went up to Toronto for a convention a few weeks ago, and in doing so, I had to get a work visa because I was going from Toronto to Vancouver to shoot a movie that I needed. You know, you go into a different country and you got to get a work visa. So I went and I was sitting in the customs hall there, and they. It took like 2 hours. In that 2 hours, I took photos with a half a dozen customs officials. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, get in here. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. You think you could expedite now? Okay, thanks anyway. Yeah, no, send your friend over here. That's fine. Yeah, hi, how are you? Yeah, officer. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, hey. Yeah, who's handling my stuff right now? Can I take a picture with them? Because it's now an hour and a half. And they're fine. We're just getting it all taken care of and wrapped up. Okay, that's great. Oh, hi, yeah, come on, yeah, get in here. Let's do this. Yeah. Are you handling my paperwork? No? Okay, well, that's fine. Is anyone handling it? Is this just, they were very sweet. Found out that they had spelled my name wrong, and it takes 2 hours to correct that. So, yeah. See, what's happening? And on that note.
Is you put on the glasses, started acting like an idiot, and immediately all of the cameras go on.
And you looked amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. I guess that's my time. Guys, I apologize. I'm leaving you with Misha.
They're gonna leave with you, don't worry. How did it go?
Are these mine?
No, they're not yours. You know what's great about these
I think these are mine.
What's great about these sunglasses is
you haven't worn them all day, but they've been on your body?
I have worn them. We've been fighting about these glasses all day.
I'm like, take off your shirt. He's like, no.
You look like a douchebag with those sunglasses.
Well, it's not the sunglasses that make you look like. But anyway, that's.
And I'm like, oh, Mr. Pockets. You can put sunglasses anywhere. It's not fair. What am I going to do?
Leave in the green room like the rest of us.
You're going to steal them. I don't trust you.
They're mine. You have already stole them.
So? How's it going?
It's going really well. I got a little long-winded in my responses. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah. I didn't have Jared here to act like a doofus and keep the ball moving.
I'm here now.
That's why you're here. By the way, Jared did send a lovely message, and he said, I think there was an expletive.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah, that was it referred to us. And then, but tell the fans I love them. That was the gist of the message. No, not really.
Yeah. He just sent a photo of himself floating in his pool, which is apparently what he's doing this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is weird.
He didn't have any obligations whatsoever. Which is weird.
It turns out when you're the executive producer of your own show, you get to decide when you work.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't worry about that. I'm sure it's been no inconvenience to you. Let's try to destroy him this weekend.
Well, I think we just did. Look, in all honesty, like Jared's a little bummed that he wasn't here. Like I did send him some pictures, and he was like, no, I don't have my phone on me. He's a little upset. He's a little upset, a little bummed. But we're here.
Unencumbered.
Well,
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah.
You talking about my glasses?
No, I don't want to talk about your glasses anymore. I think I should go. Let you have. What? What? No. Hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When I say hello, what is the next line?
This is on you.
No, don't. Krista! Don't help him. Don't help him.
You got 3 choices.
Shut up.
Yeah. You were saying? Hello. That is, of all the talents that a person has to have, dance, sing, surprise,
This is my best.
this is where we shine. What kind of apple juice is that? The world's tiniest apple juice.
Yeah, no, I think it's good old-fashioned grade A apple juice. Salute there. What is this they're playing? Have fun, buddy.
Goodbye and good luck.
Okay, hey guys, thank you. I'll leave you with this. Knock, knock.